If you're watching this video, I know you're worried about your kids. You know your time with them is limited, and you're worried about not being able to see them or care for them. You're also having problems with your spouse or significant other. You know it's time to part ways, but you're worried about the kids and them getting screwed up in the process. You feel like you're in a no-win situation. If you stay together, the fighting will continue and probably screw up the kids. But if you leave, you're worried that divorced or separated parents can screw up the kids too. You don't know which way is up, then what to do. But you do know that things need to change. To make matters worse, sometimes your spouse pushes so many of your buttons that you just lose it. You lash out. Or other times, you just need to vent and you might unload in front of the kids a little bit. I know that right now you are not the biggest fan of your spouse or significant other. You're also beyond stressed out and overloaded. Unfortunately, lashing out or bad-mouthing them in front of the kids will not help you. It can actually make things a lot worse. It could hurt and confuse the kids. Plus, your spouse may be able to use it against you to try to make you look like a bad parent. They could even try to convince the judge to limit your visitation rights or decision-making authority. Losing your temper with your spouse in front of the kids can end up giving them exactly what they want. You need to do your best to avoid it. Now, let's take a deep breath and think about the whole situation. At the end of the day, the court wants to do what's in the best interests of your children. If everyone's truly trying to achieve this, there's really nothing to argue about. Some spouses are more concerned about winning, getting as much child support as they can, or using the kids to try to get back at you. This is where the court needs to step in and look at all the evidence and then allocate parenting time and decision-making based on what's in the best interest of your children. Everything you say, do, and how you act can affect the court's decision about your children. You probably heard the phrase, anything you say can and will be used against you. When it comes to fighting for your kids, your text messages, emails, voicemails, and conversations with your spouse in front of the kids are all things that might be brought up in front of the judge. When you're fighting for your kids, you need to document all the evidence that shows you are an awesome parent. You can create a log or a journal of all the things you do for them every day to make sure that they are safe and taken care of. You can keep copies of records from doctor's visits, extracurricular activities, and positive notes from school or daycare providers. These are all great tools for your attorney to use to show the judge that keeping your kids with you is in their best interest. But if your spouse shows the judge a stream of nasty text messages and one of their friends comes in to talk about how you use every four-letter word in the book in front of the kids, it definitely works against you. The best thing to do is find someone you can confidentially talk to. A counselor or therapist is usually a good starting point because they may be able to help you deal with some of the stress and uncertainty you're feeling right now. If you keep focused on being the great parent you are and taking care of the kids, you can avoid a lot of these problems. Also, knowing all of your legal options and having a clear plan on how you're moving forward can be another way to alleviate the stress and uncertainty. Trying to get somewhere important as fast as you can is really stressful when you don't have a map and you don't know where you're going. You need to have a legal team that has helped many families in similar situations navigate this minefield of issues and have your back every step of the way. You need a team with both great attorneys and a great staff that know your name, what's going on with your case, and listen to you. A team that understands what you're going through and will support you every step of the way. When you're ready to move forward and work with the team at Diamond Divorce Law, click on the link below to schedule time to chat with our next available team member. We're ready to listen and we're ready to help.